Good morning, everybody. You're watching Adele Coetzee on the City Hill Single Parents Life Group Facebook page. This week I'm going to be talking about how we model behavior and how our children copy that behavior, either negatively or positively, and how important it is for us to realize how much they do follow us. So I will be mostly using myself and my daughter as an example, because obviously that's where my experience lies. And I think there's some great value to be had, and I hope you enjoy this series. I'm going to start off today specifically with how moms try to keep it all together through stressful situations. And I was a person who really didn't cry. I grew up and had lots of issues in my early childhood, and very young learned that crying wasn't worth it. It really wasn't worth my time. It gave me a headache and it gave me a runny nose and it was not cool. So I just switched off those emotions for the longest period of time. And it was only when my daughter was about 4 years old that I started to realize that the behavior that I was modeling for her was inconsistent with the reality of life. And as I was reprimanding her one day, I could see she was tempted to cry. She really wanted to cry. Her eyes were brimming with tears, but she wouldn't cry because she had never seen her mother cry. We had been through a great deal of negative things already in her short life, but she'd never seen me cry about it. She'd seen me being angry. She'd seen me withdraw into myself and not respond in any way, just shut down. But she'd never seen me open up. And as I stood there looking at my 4-year-old, I realized that she was modeling my behavior and she was trying to be strong, which was an unrealistic expectation for a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old to have of themselves. They shouldn't have to think that it's not okay to cry. And I actually had to say to her, it's okay, you can cry, you're allowed to cry. And in giving her that permission, she did. And it was something I then became conscious of later, that when I was reprimanding her and I could see that it was upsetting her, that she was getting reprimanded, I had to give her permission to cry. And eventually we got past the stage where she now just cries freely when she needs to. It can tip to the other side of the scale as well. So you manage it and you learn to tell them when you know too much tears is also not working, and when enough tears is you've got the message, you're allowed to feel sad. And they learn how to deal with their emotions through that. And your emotions, the way you handle your emotions, the way you represent yourself is such a model for them. And you need to be aware of that. And it's not okay to think, I'm strong, I will keep it all together, and I can handle it all, and I can do it myself. And it's not okay. It's not. When you're living your life and you've got small children and they're observing you on a daily basis, you need to be mindful that you're setting a good example, because the way they model that early 7 years is so instrumental. It will define who they become. It'll define how they handle any challenge that comes at them in the future. So yeah, ladies, don't try to keep it all in. Cry when you need to, and even if you're not willing to cry in front of people, cry at home. And I know your child's gonna rat you out. that happens, and it just makes you human, so it's okay. And we'll carry on more tomorrow. Enjoy your day.